Technique 1 for creating double exposure, and the end result's going to look something like this. So I have 2 layers. On layer 1 I have my subject. So this is the subject, which has an interesting shape, and the image is going to be within that subject. Subject 2 is my inner image, usually trees, plants, flowers, beaches, various types of things like that look effective inside your subject. And so the way that I did this effect is by first changing the overlay. So you can choose any of these. So you've got darken, multiply, color burn, and I liked screen for this image. Every image is going to look different. And the next step that I did, as you can see, is I've added a mask. So if I go back to this layer, I decided that I wanted my eye to show through a bit more. So instead of erasing off of that layer, I added a mask, and then I use my eraser and I paint over the areas that I don't want to be with flowers. If you would like to bring that back again, you just switch the colors over and you can bring it back. You can also do this via 50% by changing the opacity down. Change the size with bracket tools, and then you could do just a little bit at a time. So that's how I did the second step. And finally, I did my adjustments to get the color. So if I drop down my group, I've done color balance and I've done curves. So up the top here, I'm going to go to color balance. You can change the color to be whatever tone you like. So if I want a blue tinge, maybe I'll give it green. What color do you want to be, lady? Okay, I'm going to stick with my purples because I like them. And then the next one I did was the curves, which is this one here. You haven't made that before. You'll notice in the little icon it looks like an S. So to use the curves layer, you drag this point down, this point up, and that makes it areas darker and areas lighter. So you can play around with the curve. Otherwise, you can just do your normal levels like you normally do. You can play around with them. And voila, that is the simple version, how to create an image like that. Thank you for listening.